I get the cheat code, I'm a beast. They said they'll never let me out of lease. Stop all the cap, I'm just tryna see. You really back what you talk on the beat. They put me in, I'ma walk on the beat. I eat my plate and it make me obese. I been pushing lyrics like a kingpin. And when today we got no rings.
Yes, sir. What's up, guys?
Olaf.
Hello, you're colorful today.
Yeah, where's our cheat code?
I was commenting
Slide
on
it
the
down.
I was commenting on the colors today,
down.
man.
Oh,
a lot
yeah.
of happy faces. Now, are those happy faces? Are they like rock star happy faces, or are they on fire because they're happy? I'm slide it.
You know, I like shopping at a thrift store. So, like my guy Blaine, I got this at a thrift store for $10.
Porcelain. It's
Yes,
not
sirski.
plastic. $10?
Yeah, $10.
Well,
Was
damn,
kinda
I
cool,
was
right?
gonna say, yeah. Our mugs cost a little more than $10, but you can't wear our mug. You could drink out of it though. You can put hot chocolate, you can put liquor, you can put orange juice, water. If you guys that are drinking
Pencils.
Put
the
some brown.
detox,
I
the
put
detox
pencils in
tea,
mine.
pencils, pens.
Just saying.
Put my receipts in mine.
And they come with an anti-theft device. So if anybody tries to take it from you, you can just hit them in the face with it and it'll,
Break.
yeah.
Okay, let's go ahead and
Device.
start the episode. What is blackballed?
Blackball is when somebody won't take your money.
What is blackballing?
That's when
Is it a
people
thing?
get together not to take your money.
Is it a thing?
I've never been in a room or never gotten an email
Same.
or gotten a phone call that has ever asked me not to support somebody. Never.
Yeah, ever. Same.
And I've been on some phone calls with some people and people have been upset and people have voiced their grievances or been disgruntled, but I've never been.
I've been in rooms where people complained about the same person,
Yes.
especially when it comes to non-payment.
Yes. And that leaves a bad stain on it.
But I've never been in a room where people have said,
we
"Don't-
have to not,
yeah,
this,
don't
this
support
person
this
isn't going to know.
person."
Never.
Well,
Yeah.
collectively, I've been in the room with a lot of DJs who have said, we're not playing this record anymore.
Why?
Because he said, fuck the DJs and he don't fuck with us. And we stopped playing record.
Actually, that's sad. I know who that is. That's a
Yeah.
damn shame.
And on the flip side of that, when was the last time you heard a Kanye West song in the club?
Cool.
So, you know, a DJ is a medium. It's one of the many vehicles that you could use to get your music to the next level. Having the support of the DJs is paramount for your success. Not having the support of the DJs is not a detriment. Because when was the last time you've heard half of these songs being introduced that all of a sudden come up in the top 8 at 8 in your city? You've never heard that record being worked or broke. That record got, provided as part of a list. I'm not sure how the radio stations work, but I'm sure there was a list of records that were reacting or have, there. And so then that's a suggestion like, hey, these are the records that you may want to keep because these are the records that people are tuning into other radio stations to listen to. It's really not as nefarious as we want there to be a boogeyman because it makes it easier to blame the boogeyman.
It gives you somebody to blame.
Right.
Exactly.
So
I think DJs aren't the only source anymore. Remember back then it used to be you had to go out. You had to listen to
there's
the
no
radio.
more gatekeepers, are there?
Yeah, but it was only one form of discovery. It was on the radio.
right.
Remember the internet was a
Right, yeah,
clubs.
the MySpace, the little media player on
That
MySpace
was
with your
it.
top 8 at 8 followers and fans and supporters, and you can
but
put
you
your
didn't
little
have
media player.
Spotify,
Right,
you didn't have Apple Music, you didn't even have online radio, you didn't have all these online DJ websites.
right.
Now you have DJ websites, you have BP Supreme, DJ City, Late Night, you have all these different mediums to get music, Audio Mac, YouTube. Before all that stuff was a thing, you had to listen to the radio or go out somewhere to hear it.
I say this, I find it offensive when a prominent artist will holler blackball when they are the biggest obstacle standing in their way. Because one artist in particular, which is why I'm sure we're having this discussion, made this comment just recently, which was deleted by XXL. Anyways, this particular artist could reaply immensely 50 cities, one city a week.
Mhm.
One city a week. He can go into one college campus a week, just one. Announce that he is there on his social media, get 4 rap vehicles, put 4 in different colleges, and he shows up in one. That'll be the thing. The next week it'll be in 4 different colleges. He's gonna show up in one. He'll go to the college radio stations. He could walk inside any radio station because who he is.
Right.
After he does that for 10 weeks, I guarantee you the last 20 weeks of those 50 weeks are gonna be paid shows. We know he gets about a quarter ticket a show.
Yeah. Probably
He
more.
doesn't want to lay the groundwork. It's easier to blame somebody else for you not knowing how the money is spent. Because if you have money, and they won't take it, that's how you get blackballed. Blacklisted, different story.
I think, and to reply, he kind of came back out and said he was just joking,
Of course,
which is weird. I
You
don't
know,
understand. We're talking about Lil Durk.
do you
by the
not
way.
get do you not get mainstream media support? There are 1,000 independent artists that don't get mainstream media support. There are 1,000.
It's very few artists that a mere tweet will go viral on all media platforms.
All young bro got to do is go visit one college a week for the rest of the year. He's already on trial, got all kinds of other things going for him. Listen to what I'm telling you, bro, and make it to your best advantage. You can go out here and do some good. Go visit one college a week. Go in there and talk to those students in the music business classes. Go out there, get you 4 rap vehicles. Get you an 18-wheeler and pull out 4 smart cars and have the little OTF look on the top like some little toy cars and have them things drive around certain campuses and giving out T-shirts and book bags and let people sign up for the OTF College Scholarship Fund. You want to do right for the community? All of those things are going to increase your streams. As much as you going in and smoking a dead rapper's family or doing whatever other antics that now it seems to be the norm. All of these different things you could do as a community member and reap the benefits 10, 20-fold because it's exposure. It's exposure. It's the where's artist scavenger hunt. What city is he going to be in next? And he starts to engage with these kids and he starts to go into these cities and tap in. Tastemakers in those cities are going to start to bring the hottest artists to him. He's going to get more tuned into the streets. He's going to have more opportunity to put other people in positions to win and therefore winning himself. It's a win-win-win. But when you don't know how to do that and when the team around you isn't thinking that way, it's easy to say, I'm getting blackballed. Nobody wants to help me do it. No, bro. Everybody is willing to help you do it. But
Do we really think he said that, or was he taken out of context? Because I
think he was taken out of context.
Yeah, because I can't imagine, and that's the problem with the
He
internet.
came back and said he was.
I can't
You know, I'm
see
not
him-
blackballed. I was just
blackballed
talking.
to most people
he was
is
talking
they're
shit
not
because
getting.
he's not a complainer. He's not a whiner.
We talked about it a couple episodes back. That I said, is he a star? And y'all said no. He still has to break records. I don't think so. I think he's a global star, and I think the fact that he's doing all of this. When he says he's doing it and being blackballed, he's not getting the media support because he doesn't get the big, prominent websites unless he's doing something sensational or, the same thing that Chris Brown just complained about. Chris Brown does something bad. Y'all talk about it. I drop a phenomenal album. Nobody wants to push it. I understand. But it revolves around the team around you. Revolves around the team around you.
I
If
agree
you don't
with
know
that.
how the
100%.
money is spent and you don't know who to
100%.
spend it with, of course it's easier to say the boogeyman did it. They won't help me be greater. You can help yourself be great, young brother. All you have to do is look around you. And if you want more, then you could do a little more. You may have been joking, may have not. They may have taken it out of context, but it's something that he has a voice to the people. And if he's saying that, hey, I'm doing all of these things blackballed, you can do all of these amazing things too. Or is he saying, hey, I'm everything I'm happening, I'm blackballed. If I really got some support, I'd be bigger than what I am. I think he's a huge artist. I think he can get on an album and a record and blow it out the water.
I think he can be bigger than what he is.
I definitely believe he
Yeah.
can be bigger than what he is.
There's
He
a
has the
lot
look,
of
he has
room
the
for
feel.
absolutely.
He has all
The
of those
talent,
things,
He has
yeah.
everything.
But my only issue with that, and I'm not going to speak about said artist. It's a copycat wave, and I don't like seeing artists just drop songs. I think that's cool every once in a while, but I don't like to see something just drop without a proper plan, of attack, a proper marketing plan, a proper promoting plan.
Okay.
Content like now, like you said, Kingpin, and you've taught me, you got to drop content every day, damn near. And at this point, like you slick have to drop 5 pieces of content per day. You know what I'm saying? You can even take off the weekends if you want, but like you have to drop content as much as possible. So if you have a song about to come out, why aren't we having a good rollout, a creative rollout? Because that requires you to meet with your team, talk, and come up with a plan, write some
And have
shit
good
down,
ideas.
and then execute it.
Right.
But these days, we're also seeing someone that's already dope and hot drop a song and it turn up. Oh yeah, I can do that too. No, you can't.
Well,
You
because they have
can't
that
do
fan base, right? They have those numbers. And I just recently I got the 7-day notification from Spotify from an artist who's got 70 million YouTube views. I'm not gonna tell you any more because if I do it, you're gonna know exactly who I'm talking about. I'm not throwing nobody under the bus. I'm just stating a fact.
Mm.
This person that has 70 million YouTube views got 125 streams in 7 days on their last release. And it's not because nobody listens. It's because they don't know how to advertise. It's because 100,000 songs dropped today. I wouldn't give a fudge what you had last month.
Yeah.
It's 100,000 tomorrow. Whatever I drop today, tomorrow is part of 100,001.
Yeah.
That's a ridiculous number to be up against. And when most of these artists aren't factoring that into their content creation, when we say create content every day, you don't have to have a camera crew following you around every day. If you could set your phone up and plop it up in a corner and have it record you, most of these artists have never once made a video to any of their songs on social media. They don't know how to use CapCut. So therefore, they don't know that their music isn't available in the CapCut library, which means when they make the videos, they can't make your video using your song. And TikTok owns CapCut. So how do you know what songs they know to feature? Like, what do you think? There's somebody sitting in a room that says, how much are you willing to pay me for attention? No, that doesn't not how it works. It's not how it works, man. And I was one of those people. I was one of those people that thought that if you were a star, then stardom was yours. And if you worked hard enough, it came to you.
No.
And I'm just dead ass wrong.
No.
I was dead wrong, bro. And it took me I had to humble myself and realize that all of those things, those were expectations that I put on it because I didn't understand it. And then I got mad when it wasn't what I expected it to be.
Right.
And that's why we tell people nobody is strong enough to hold up your expectations. I'm not being negative. I'm being realistic to you so you can remove the fairy tale from your mind and prepare yourself to struggle more than you will ever not struggle, because that's life.
I love that about you, though. You did the research, you found what was fact, and then you adjusted yourself instead of continuing on that path and fighting and saying, no, this is how it works when it doesn't. And 99% of the people out here, that's what they do. They think it works a certain way and they move forward. And when it still doesn't work, they get mad and then they double down instead of just doing the research and finding out how does it work.
Yeah, and I think that's our biggest detriment. And that's why I love what we do, because we're not telling nobody, we're not speaking from opinions.
No.
We're giving
we
you.
We do this all day, every day.
This is a fact that we're telling you these are the things that you could be doing to expedite.
Exactly.
To alleviate the burdens, to remove the stress, to remove the obstacles, to remove the waste. These are the things that it took us 15, 20 years to learn how to do that we implement now so that we can navigate, and we still have new obstacles thrown in our path every single day. Something happens new. A new program comes out, a new software gets developed, a new method, a new requirement, a new specification, a new platform. It's every single day. And if we don't grow with that and we're still trying to figure out how to do business right, it wouldn't matter what business we know how to do if we don't know how to do it right.
Yeah, I'll also say, one of you guys just said it, the fairy tale, drop that shit. Dude, it is not a fairy tale. Don't have high hopes. You're going to get what you put in. If you do not put in the work, you are not going to get what you hope is going to happen. You got to get down, 10 toes down, and sometimes 10 toes and 10 fingers all down. And you're going to have to work hard to get to eat what you kill in this business.
I wonder how many artists will wake up and get a calendar and say, this is May. I'm dropping a record May 23rd. And May 23rd, they put 12 a.m. record video drop on TikTok, Instagram, YouTube, so-and-so. And then they'll say, okay, what do I want to see happen after my record drops? Well, I would like to get a couple media interviews. So I'm going to add a question mark here, media, question mark here, media, because now I got all this time to figure out what 2 media spots I'm going to get. Right. But I want to do those before that week so that I can get flyers done, so I can have those flyers go on my Spotify. So when my album drops.
Sounds like a lot of work.
And it sounds like planning. All I did was take a calendar and write
difficult.
on it. It's if it were easy, everybody would do it though.
It's
well, they
not
say
difficult.
Difficult takes a day, impossible takes a week. Well, that's what Jay said.
There we go.
It requires to actually stop and do it.
Facts.
Don't think about how to get it done. I don't know what to do. Just start writing. And I think that's where most people, you'll lose them at. A lot of people don't check emails because you have to read emails. If you checked an email and the motherfucker said, Wendy wants to know if you have to. Oh yeah, okay, cool. People would open all their emails if it would talk like the guy at the bottom of the commercial. But they have to read, and reading requires comprehension. What if you can't understand what you're reading because you don't know the language?
And let me tag me in. I feel like it's like jogging a mile. If you haven't been on a track, it's 4 laps around the track.
Right.
So if it's a 400-meter track scholarship. So if you think you can jog a mile, when you get out there and you hit 1 lap, you're going to be like, you're going to have to understand that you have to be in shape to be
Right.
able to run 4 laps. And back to what you were saying and what you were saying, you have to condition your mind to be
Yes.
able to, you have a single coming out Mother's Day weekend because maybe the song is about ladies or some, some type of uplifting type of thing. What are you going to do week of? What are you going to do after that? When's the video coming out? Is the video going to come out with the song? Where are you going to go? Are you, who are you going to speak to? Like, what is management going to do? Like, you have to have these questions answered before you even plan the date. Maybe the date has to get changed.
I don't have the song mixed. I don't have the cover done, but I want to drop it on the 14th. I had somebody contact me that has an artist with
Matter of fact,
with
you already
10 profiles
you
and
already
44
uploaded
songs.
You already
Oh,
uploaded it.
no, you
and
can't
it
pull it
comes out.
back.
Listen to
And
what I'm
you have
telling you.
nothing prepared.
I just had an artist that brought me 10 profiles with 44 incorrectly, prematurely. I don't know what word I say wrong. My business partners hate it, so we'll say prematurely released records, and tell me they wanted another record to load up tomorrow. How? Don't you want to fix these other 10 profiles and these 44 other songs before we take a new record and introduce it into the marketplace?
Yeah.
It makes it difficult for the people that you want to help you if it's not right, because the people they reach out to are going to know it's not right. And then it throws your reputation into, are you finessing these kids out of a bag? If so, how much money you got for me then, sucker?
I just don't understand, with all the information that's at our fingertips in 2023, why can't we learn how to do it and then implement what we've learned? It's not rocket science.
Okay.
Why is this so difficult?
Dear Wendy Day,
Oh, God.
do you guys think the DJ gets the proper respect they deserve?
No.
Ferrari, as a DJ, what are some things that you did to stand out? Kingpin, how does a DJ earn your respect?
DJs don't get enough respect, and they never did, and it's getting worse because there's so many other ways now for people to spread their music digitally and elsewhere that I feel like DJing is an art form. And I feel like when somebody perfects their craft and gets really good at what they do, we need to take notice of that and we need to respect it. And I think DJs also played a role in the lack of respect that they get, because a lot of DJs from my generation realized they weren't making money, so they started charging exorbitant rates from new artists that didn't have money in order for them to get on. So there's a lot of reasons why DJs don't get respect, but that wasn't the question. The question was, do they? No, they don't get enough respect.
I know Kingpin gonna go in, so I'll chime in real quick. Some things I did to stand out as a DJ. You can't just DJ. You have to do other things. So I did artist interviews, and the artists that I was breaking, I will also interview them. And then guess where I will put them? On TikTok, YouTube, Instagram, Facebook, Twitter. I will put them on all my social platforms that also break music. So you also have, as a DJ, you have to be everywhere that the music is getting broke. So
and you have to actually break music,
you have to
which
actually
you do.
break music. So
Yes.
I was on the radio, and then I was doing my artist interviews, doing viral interviews, and putting out content, and then having different parts of content. So now I have Ferrari Talk, the interview part. Now I have Ferrari Talk, the live performance part. So if you're an unsigned or new artist, you come perform the single that you're promoting on my platform.
I love it.
I love it.
Respect is due to a dog. So I don't, you can't gain respect from me because I already come into every relationship or situation with the utmost respect. You'll lose respect from me with the shenanigans that you do.
Agreed.
You'll lose respect by, if you don't understand what it is that you're doing and you don't understand the role that you're playing, then you should act accordingly. And you can't fancy yourself an influencer or an A&R or any of these things if you don't know how the workings of the music business work. You may be a scavenger, because that's an ugly word. A scavenger is somebody who goes to find something that somebody left behind. That's what you are. You're an ambulance chaser. You know how to go find kids that are talented, and then you take them and you sell them to these labels for slave deals because they don't know any better. And then the team that knows comes behind and claims all of the stuff and owns it all. So they in perpetuity can be laughing their ass to the bank. And it's not fair. It's not right. It's not wrong. I don't care. That's business. You don't get what you accept, you get what you negotiate, you get what you leverage, okay? So understanding all of that, as a DJ, you'll lose respect for me by taking somebody's money and not being able to deliver on what it is that you're doing. As a DJ, you'll lose respect for me if I see you DJing 4 and 5 days a week, and I'll go look and there's no digital footprint of that. If you're putting out records and you're putting them out incorrectly, and I know you're helping other artists market their records, now I have a problem with it because you couldn't do it right for yourself. Why would you take some money from somebody else? Because now you've placed the burden on the organization. Because that's where a lot of DJs, they'll come in and they'll join a crew, or they'll join a family, or they'll join an organization or start a movement, and then they'll bring other pillars within that same campaign to bolster that team's roster and to fatten it up, to make it more accolade worthy. These are the people that are behind us. And then none of those people get the record unless you pay the top dog. None of those people get feedback to it. You don't get on a conference call unless you pay the top dog. And all of that shit is old. And you'll lose respect for me for doing that. If these kids, these young men, these young women, these adults, these grown men and women that are putting their hard-earned dollars together to get to the next level, when they come perform at your showcase, they expect that showcase to be right. When somebody pays to come on your podcast, they expect that podcast to be right. None of them are coming up to you and saying, how many views are you getting? Because if they would, they wouldn't pay you for it. See what I'm saying to you? Because you're growing just like they're growing, and you know you need content to develop. So I'm not going to be able to create all the content. Let the artists come in here and create the content. So if you're not coming in with a game plan or how those kids can monetize that experience or work something with them, then what are we doing? You know how you can make money. You don't know how they can make money. And inherently, that is the problem with the music industry. I don't want nobody to count my pockets. I don't want nobody to watch my pockets, but I do want you to know what it is that you're supposed to be doing. And if you're charging for a service, I want you to be able to over-deliver. I don't want you to give 100%. I want you to give 120, because when you did 100%, that's exactly what you had to do. I want you to give a little more so that person will want to come back a little more. And if that person keeps coming back, and then you're able to build that consistent customer and that consistent fan base, now you've made a connection with them. Now you can sell them things. Now you can sell them the book. Now you can sell them the documentary. Now you can sell them touring. Now you can sell them all of this. And as a DJ, the tastemaker, the party starter, not having a merch store. Bigger Rankin taught us this many, many years ago. Bigger Rankin had the Cool Running Junkies. So when you wanted to come into the club, the only way to get in the club for free was to come in with the Cool Running Junkies t-shirt. You had to go buy it. And then you come wear the t-shirt, you get in free. Come on, anybody wearing a t-shirt, get in free. That's a great move for you to work. Again, that will require thought. How many of these DJs have gone and DJ in Atlanta? This is a premier market in this city. DJ 4 or 5 nights a week. And there's no proof of it. They've never once added any of their information to touring or event websites. There are DJs that are in this city right now that have thousands of followers on touring websites that get notifications every time one of their flyers is posted, and they've never posted a flyer. How do you respect that? How do you empathize, sympathize? How do you get over that fact? How do I allow to wake up and look on Instagram and watch you belittle people for not showing you support? But every time an independent artist likes your picture, you don't like it back. And you want to know, ask me, why do you know, Kingpin? Because I manage 20 artists' independent accounts. And I go through and I engage with DJs. And that's why I know some of you flogging ass. That's why I know some of y'all is all Captain Kangaroo. You is a clown and a buffoon. And all you do is post how real you are. If you took as much effort as you did into looking like you were being successful, into helping the artist that you're charging to be successful, then maybe everybody would actually taste the success that they're chasing instead of it being one-sided. So as a DJ, you will lose my respect by posting to be you're something you're not.
Mic drop.
Cheat code.
Cheat code.
Yeah, bish.